I was thinking about the idea of perspective or having perspective and how important for me that is. And, I've mentioned belonging and significance, and I think it's hard to say which is, to rank these ideas, but that perspective is extremely important and something that one needs to cultivate. And what I mean by perspective is the idea, and you have heard me say this many a time, but that stakes are low. We feel that the things that are going on in our world and to us and with us are so incredibly important and momentous many times, and we imagine them to be life altering in a cataclysmic way. And the fact of the matter is, I think that most things aren't like that at all. And it takes perspective to see that, to be able to pull back and to realize that these events are not as drastic or as important as we might initially make them out to be or feel them to be. I read, so there are different ways people think about this. One common, I shouldn't say common, but when people look at the stars, some people will get a sense of how small we are in the vastness of the universe or the cosmos and everything that is going on around us. And rather than letting that feeling diminish oneself, as in, oh, I'm small and I don't matter, it actually, for some people, provides a peace in that things are okay and the world will move on and the universe will continue and things are not actually going to fall apart. And seeing the cosmos gives people a sense of that. For me, I read a book by John McPhee that was about geology, and in that book he talks about, or the geologists, and he, I suppose, talk about geologic time and the idea of how long the planet has been here and the rocks and the ground that we walk on and how it has survived and transformed, and the hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of years, and that's an understatement, that they have existed and where we fit in all of that. And it's such a tiny, tiny part. And so when things happen in our lives, whether it's losing a job or not attaining a goal that we sought or a thing that we wanted, or a relationship didn't go the way we had dreamed or desired, to be able to have perspective on these issues is extremely important. It allows us to, or at least for me, has allowed me to approach these things with levity and a more lithe spirit, and to just, in some certain regards, to not take it all so seriously. Now, there are certain, what I will use for lack of a better term, privileges involved in my having that position. I am not wanting for food or shelter, and in my mind, that is a privilege, or one could call it an advantage, which allows me to view things with levity. It's important not to forget that, and how that comes into play in how we are allowed or how we can view the world. But putting a pin in that, I think that having perspective is extremely useful and something that I hope you learn to cultivate as you go through your life. So with that, I will bid you adieu. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you are excited about something, and I hope that you see some of the wonder as you move about the world today. All right, my love. Goodbye.